Hey, good morning, patrons. Hope all is well with everyone. I'm just getting back into town good yesterday, and so I didn't get a chance to do a video. But I'm glad I waited. Found out yesterday, over the weekend, Bernie Sanders has announced that he's going for a full cancellation of student debt. 100% cancellation of over almost $1 trillion in student debt, and people are starting to lose their minds. I probably would do a full podcast on this to cover all of the different counter arguments against it. But one in particular that I want to dismantle on this podcast, on this brief video, is the idea that, you know me, I got to fix this lighting. Let's see. Yeah, it's decent. This idea that somehow a universal plan can't have a disproportionately beneficial effect on communities of color, particularly black people. A universal plan won't be reparations. That's what we always get whenever Bernie Sanders in particular makes a recommendation or makes a policy proposal that isn't expressly reparations. Now, I do have a problem with Bernie Sanders not supporting reparations, but we can walk and chew gum at the same time, just like I'm walking and doing this podcast at the same time. I could both simultaneously criticize him on his lack of support for reparations, but also recognize that this student debt program cancellation is going to be a big benefit to people of color, black people. One argument comes from Yvette Carnell, who is like the main voice for the ADOS movement, American descendants of slaves, who are huge proponents of reparations. It's like reparations or you don't get our vote. Her argument against it is that, well, black people, not everybody black goes to college. Well, shit, not everybody white goes to college, right? Black women are overrepresented in college. Black women are one of the, as a percentage, the most educated group in America. So yeah, no, it's not going to fix the problems for every single black person in America, but it's going to disproportionately affect black women. You help black women, you help the black community. Same thing with universal healthcare, Medicare for all. Same thing with a universal basic income. They're not replacements for reparations, but yet they are definitely things that would disproportionately benefit the black community. So I just think it's a disingenuous argument, and it's an argument that's made to center one's particular niche to forever try to center your particular niche at the center of the argument. And what I mean by that is, if all you know how to do is to view the world through the lens of ADOS, reparations, and nothing else, that's it. That's all you know how to do is discuss reparations. Or even if you know how to do more, you just don't want to talk about more, then a way to always keep yourself centered in the center of attention, is to fallaciously throw out these whataboutisms like this tuquoquy, informal fallacy, where you're pointing out something. Actually, no, it's not even that complicated. It's really just a red herring. It's really just a distraction to keep everyone focused on what you're talented at talking about. And not only the fact that you can't really discuss anything else, it's also the fact that you're a single issue voter, ostensibly a single issue voter. And I say ostensibly because no one is really a single issue voter. Most people have several issues that they focus on, but when you're building a platform off of a single issue, it becomes paramount that you keep everyone focused on that and nothing else. That's what it is. When you're trying to build a platform, it becomes important for you to focus on your topic and nothing else. And that's what Yvette Carnell is doing with that frivolous argument. And it's just not just her. There's other people who are saying, oh, well, this isn't reparations. No, bitch, it's not reparations. Never said it was. Matter of fact, I got a problem with Bernie Sanders not supporting reparations. But if we don't get reparations and we get all these other programs, we still haven't made progress. It's like, it's the idiotic idea that it's the all or nothing idea. Like, we either get everything we're asking for or we don't want anything. And it's actually worse than that. We either get everything we're asking for, or we're going to burn this place down by turning it over to Donald Trump for another 4 years. It's imbecilic, it's idiotic, it's juvenile. And I still have a problem with Bernie Sanders not supporting reparations. So we can do both and. Now, there's quite a few arguments that are being made against this debt cancellation. We'll go through the entire gambit of them on today's podcast. And thanks for being a patron. We're pressing forward. I've got some wonderful new content that I'm really crafting. I'm working on it really hard. I think you're going to appreciate it. And I'll start releasing it soon. We're working hard to make a big impact, and you being a patron is a huge component in that. Thanks a lot.